We are live. Live, 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 live. Cool. Good afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. We're here in the studio. We're live streaming. Trying to think out some things here for the studio. Some changes I want to make. One, you can see I've got these lovely tannoy speakers back here, and I do like them. They do really well for what I want. But I found me a pair of Mackeys. HR 865s? No, that's not right. HR 6. Anyways, they're an old pair of Mackeys that I used to use way back in the day, and I found a pair of them for $300. I was like, ooh, can't beat that by any means. Oh, we're gonna fall over. Don't. Trying to get a little bit better angle here. If I come closer, that's better. I guess it's a little better. I don't know. But we haven't live streamed in a while. We've been gone all last week. We probably saw some shorts that we did, a live stream we did last Sunday. We haven't done anything. We didn't do much live streaming last week. We're just crazy busy running around a mountainside filming promotion for a kids camp, along with doing audio, video, and all sorts of other things. So that's with that. What's up, G-Draws? Haven't seen you in a while. I also haven't been on here in a while, so thanks for commenting and watching. Hit like and subscribe if anybody's new or desires to. It also helps us grow the channel. We're trying to grow it out as quickly and as best as we can. So have some coffee with us. I did get a haircut. My hair's a little bit shorter. Not much shorter, no. It's what's the length? I don't know. I had about an inch and a half cut off of it yesterday. It's just bothering me. So this is a little bit better. The sides have gotten really good, bushy in the top. So, but yeah, classic coffee. You can't have a stream without coffee. Come on. Not very much coffee in this, but let me find a better place for that. But I am thinking about a computer screen on this desk. I've been trying to find a couple, like, I need to go over, there's a PC shop in town here that sells used screens. I need to go over there and see what they got. Hey, buddy, you want up here? Come on. We got our trusty dog Dish chilling with us. Yeah, he's a good boy. He was pooping at the bottom of my stairs, but he's a good boy. Go ahead. Okay, get down. You're good. Yeah, you're good. Get down. Y'all get down. You're a good boy. Go lie down. He's like, I can't. You put stuff in my chair. But yeah. Hi, Erica. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's my doggo. He's great. I love him. Does good boy. If you guys are looking for anything audiovisual support or recording, hit us up, foxandrobynrec.com, and we'll work out something. I'm sure of it. Thinking about selling my live mixer actually to get something. I want to sell it so I can upgrade. Is what I want to do. That's how I do things. I sell things to upgrade things. So thought about selling. I have another interface that I thought about selling, but that's for our B room, and I don't want to sell that one quite yet. But I could sell it. It's my it's my UA interface I got over here. I got a little UA Volt, and it's actually, I keep it around as backup for when the big one decides not to work. No, and I don't know if you can be addicted to reefer. I don't know if that's a thing. Diction qualities aren't quite the same. They're Dr. H.C. Emin. Anyways, got the beard. Always got the beard. So I ran around a mountainside with this camera, and I need to take the battery out of this because I'm pretty sure the battery in this needs to be charged. But I ran around mountainside with this camera. It's the Canon R8, you can see. That's the camera we do a lot of filming with, a lot of other things as well. I have read manga, so. Erica, thank you very much for subscribing and liking. If you did like, but thank you for subscribing for sure. And God love you too. Hope things go well for you today. So, but like I said, we're Fox and Robyn Recording. We're a recording studio. We do live sound and we do lighting. Those are the three top things that we do. And we do some mobile recording. We'll go I do have, that's what I like about my UI Soundcraft console is I can take it and go do mobile recording. I can go record your band with it. Just throw the rack. Actually, I think in that case, I would literally just pull it out of the rack because I don't need all of the stuff that's in the rack. I'd pull it out and just use it that way. So I've thought about doing that down here. I have pulled out the rack, sitting underneath the desk and use it as an interface, as opposed to my Symphony IO from Apogee. Although I like my Apogee, works really well. So, because I have this beautiful Allen and Heath that sits behind me. I'll pivot here. You see, I got this big mixer here that sits here. So that's a question that doesn't need to be answered. But yeah, like I said, we just thought we'd do some live streaming. I don't know for how long. A couple minutes. This is filthy. It needs to be. I need to wipe it down. We'll get most of the dust off. I love these keyboards. They're the Logitech craft keyboards, and I do love them a lot. So PFP. Please elaborate, G-Draws. Elaborate. I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. But I do love the Logitech stuff. Logitech mouse, the trackball, can't go without that thing. I should have turned that off while I was gone. I'm going to turn it off right now. My laptop's not down here. It's upstairs. Who made... Oh, my profile pic. I did. The one that's the Fox logo, I made that one. No, sir, I am not. But yeah, I made the profile pic. I make a lot of my own graphics, really. But that one I made off of a few different things. But that's our logo. That's the studio's logo too. So you'll see it on everything that we do or everything that we've got out there. Looks like we got a few trollers going on here. Patrick Clune looks like he's trolling. But yeah, it is cool. It's cool that we're able to do that. We do a lot of our own stuff in-house. We try to do as much in-house here. That's recording, mixing, mastering, logo creation for the studio, video editing. We try to do as much as we can in the studio here. So I think Patrick's going to go in timeout. Put user in timeout. Yep. I won't block you people, but I will put, if you ask enough inappropriate things and you're kind of trolling, yeah, I'll put you in timeout. Amanda, hi. Thank you for watching and waving. I'll wave back. I see it has a little wave sign next to your hi, so I'll hit a wave back to you. I don't really support most government ideals. So, Barbs, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Not entirely sure. There's a lot of things that go behind the scenes that we don't know about. So, plus, I don't, if I don't read it, will you get out of my way, dog? If I don't read it first and kind of try to comprehend it, I tend not to support or weigh towards things. You go lie down. Seriously, go lie down. Dish, go lie down. It's like, okay, go lie down. He's kind of like Eeyore. Oh, bass in the background. That bass right there is what you're asking, Bolly Bro. That is a Sterling Stingray. It's basically like the low version of a Music Man Stingray. So, thanks, Glizzler. I don't know, weird. But yeah, that bass in the background, it's a Stingray. Oh, thanks, Erica. Thanks for coming back. So that Stingray it's a Stingray bass. It's just a Sterling Stingray. That's what it is. Hi, I'm gonna go Gus. I'm gonna call you Gus because it's a long name. And I might mispronounce the other half of it. But hi, Gus. Hi, everybody. Just keep waving. So, anyways, but that's that bass. It's a good bass guitar though. So, Yeah, I have that bass for the studio here. I don't really play it. G-Draws, hope you have a good day. See you later. But that bass, I don't really play. I'm more of a drummer and guitar player. Like if I spin around here, let's see how much. There's my guitar, and I spin to the back of the room. Drum kit. I'll spin back around, and here I am. So yeah, I'm more of a drummer than I am a guitar player, but I got a couple guitars. I got an acoustic, electric, and then I've got the bass. So I got those three: the acoustic guitar, the bass guitar, and the electric guitar. But they're mostly for people to use when they come in the studio here, and then drums as well. I play them, but they're also available for people to use. I see that you're new there, Gus. Oh, but thanks for watching. I'm super glad that you've decided to watch and do whatever. I keep wanting to use my mouse, but there's nothing in here to use it with because my laptop's in my bag upstairs. So, but we're grateful for everybody who's hit that like and subscribe button and kind of move forward. Narcio, okay, that's fine. I like Gus better, but if that's what you want to be called, go for it. Thanks for that. That Telly, I love. I bought that during COVID because my favorite guitar that I had at the time, the neck broke, and it was a hollow body guitar, hollow body electric, and the neck broke, and the neck is not really replaceable on that guitar. Because of how they're designed. They're designed as one piece, and you can't really replace a neck once it breaks on those. You can, but it's very expensive and not really, like, it costs more than what the guitar is worth. I was like, dang it. So I went and bought the Telly, which you can replace the neck on, and then change out some pickups and stuff. It's a cool guitar. That's cool that your brother has a guitar. The Telly, I took out the lipstick pickup. There's two single coils that come in a Telly. There's a bridge pickup and a neck pickup. Neck pickup's that classic silver one that you see on them all the time. That one started to go out on that guitar, and I probably could have had it fixed, like taken it somewhere and had them replace it. But I was like, you know what? This is a good time to try out a humbucker in it. So I put a humbucker in it. So I have a humbucker and a single coil, which is nice because it gives you a little bit of both guitars. So... but yeah, that's what I know. Looks like we're starting to dwindle in watchers. If you want, go to our website, foxandrobynrec.com, and check out some of the music we've worked on. It's not our music, but it's music we have worked on for people. Will you go lie down? We worked with a band named Gamma Pod that dropped an album, their first half of their album, I think, last month. So, live from Ghana. Wow, that's a distance. Thank you, Spendy. Thank you for watching us and hitting that like and subscribe button if you haven't. We're super grateful for that. I think today might just be a short stream because I do want to get some other stuff done. And I figured it'd just be a quick update because I hadn't streamed all last week. I was so busy. I had internet. I had stuff like that. I didn't have time to stream. I was running around on a mountainside with my trusty camera. I was running around on a mountainside with this guy and my microphone, filming, all sorts of stuff. So for a kids camp, some promotional content we're creating. So I would say the Telly is probably going to be a better bet than the SG. The SGs are nice, but I'd say the Telly is probably going to be a little bit better than an SG. Just, I don't know. It depends on what you want in playability too. Josh, are you talking video or audio? Because I can answer both of those. Erica, I do know how to play guitar. I just don't do it very often. I need to do some more of it. I've been too busy the last month, so both. Okay, that's good. We'll start with video, Josh. So video, we use DaVinci Resolve Studio. It's, I think, in version 20 now. Version 20 is pretty cool. There's a lot of AI stuff they've added, so... and then, so I use that for video, and then for audio, I'm kind of going back and forth. I have to decide how I want to do this. I've been using Logic Pro, and the new update added some really cool features that have been really great, but I've been kind of toying with the idea of going back to Studio One. I used Studio One for a while, and then kind of was like, I kind of got out of it, because I don't know, I was trying to be something that we're not, times thing. We were like, we'll use Studio One, we'll get out of it, and we jumped from Studio One to Pro Tools to Cubase, and we own all these, so we have them. Cubase, and I was like, and then I kind of was like, I gotta go to Logic, because, so. Eric, I think there's a couple streams, Eric, where I play guitar on the stream. So go there. I don't know, 4 or 5 back. Go lie down. You gotta stop whining. Go lie down. Go lie down, Dish. He whines when he wants something. I agree. Logic tune and FL Studio is the one I have not played with much. Did way back in the day when it was called Fruity Loops, and I was like, this is not what I'm looking for. But yeah, I use Logic mostly. That's kind of what I've been using. And the features that I use in Logic, because we are mostly analog studio, it's just works. Hi, Gerald Ross. Hi, I'll wave at you. Check out our other stuff. We have stuff on guitars. Bali Bro, go check out our videos on guitars. We got some stuff on guitars, that bass, our telly, guitar amps and stuff like that. We have all sorts of reviews on that kind of stuff. So go check those out as well. Along with studio, I think I'm going to do a studio tour video this month. Maybe by the end of this month, I'll have a studio tour. Jarrell, I'm doing well. But yeah, those are things. Studio One has some features, but what I'm really looking for, what I was really looking for in Studio One was a few options of like the stem separator and stuff like that. And the one in Studio One, I'm not overly impressed with. The one in Logic, I was using it all last week to create instrumentals from songs. Like, I was making these videos and we're like, hey, we want to use this song. I'm like, cool. And then I couldn't find instrumentals for it. It was like some kids bop song thing, you know. And I was like, I can't find, there's no instrumentals for this. And the ones that I find are like the acoustic version. I'm like, no, I want the version that is in the song. So I took and I threw them in Logic, and I used the stem separator to create. And actually, all I did is, it's got different presets in the new version, in the new stem separator in Logic. It's got different presets, and one is instrumental. So I hit that, and it ripped the vocals out of it, and you couldn't even tell. So. Interesting. I have not heard that about Audacity. Although I haven't used Audacity since when it first came out was the last time I used it. That was a long time ago. But yeah, I do like the stem separation tool in Logic. I really liked how that worked. There's a few other things that Logic has added, that like some of the stability and stuff. But that's why I thought, well, maybe Studio One would be better. But I'm still leaning towards Logic, so. Really, I'm gonna have to go check that out, Josh. I really am. That's interesting. Is it a plugin? Is that what it is? Audacity plugin. It says, you said it's a plugin. I'll have to go find that plugin and try it out. But the one in sorry about that. When I get phone calls through my phone, it really messes with the stream. So I usually just hit and quit the app, come back to it. So sometimes there's a little bit of a gap. So if there was a problem, sorry. Open Vino. Okay. You love that from the drum. Erica, I'm not quite sure what you're saying there. But I'll have to try out that Audacity one and see how the stem separation works there. Yeah, that's my problem, is I forget to do that. That's my problem. I don't think about it until something happens, and I just need to do it. I forget. I get to going and I forget. So sorry if that messes things up. I apologize for that, but I guess that's life. I'll have to remember to do that more often. I just forget. It's one of those things, like, you don't think about it until you get going in a stream and then a phone call comes through. So, but we do these streams. I guess these are via shorts because they're vertical. When we do the horizontal ones, I do more like this is vertical, more horizontal. I use this camera, and I use OBS as my software, and that I don't have a problem with. There's no problem with that whatsoever. So when I do it that way, because it's going through the laptop, and then the phone does ring, I can just hit, and it doesn't mess with the live stream. Life goes on. But I do think I want to put a screen on my little table here that this is sitting on. I keep thinking about it because I'm like, that's going to be the best. Because then I can put my dock in a better spot. So I just have to play with it. I haven't gotten anything for sure, but I just got to find a screen that I like. So. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. I do use OBS quite a bit. I like it a lot. It works really well. There's another one that I've been trying out that is like OBS, but it's a little less complex, and I still haven't quite gotten it to where it's supposed to be designed to connect. I can't remember what it's called because I'm on my laptop here, but it's a program that's supposed to be able to connect to multiple areas like Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. You'll be able to do like multiple streams to multiple places, but I haven't found that it doesn't work as well as the plugin that I have for my OBS. So it is what it is. So we'll do more. We'll do more of that. Will you go? Just stop whining. Go lie down. You don't even know why you're whining. So I probably should go bring the puppies in. I have a bunch of puppies upstairs. Got about 12 dogs here, and I think I need to let them in here soon. So I have heard about the 6K. I actually have used the 6Ks. The problem I have with the 6Ks is they don't do well in low lighting. They don't. You need a lot of light to make them work well, where this guy does really well in low lighting. Zero issues with it. But the Black Magics, I've had a lot of issues with low lighting, and I've used them. I've used the Ursas, the 6Ks, the 4Ks. What are the other ones I've used? I think those are the three main ones that I've used. The Pocket Cinema I tried for a while. They made what they called the Pocket Cinema. It was like a small, almost like the size of your phone, and that worked. It worked, but I just didn't. For the cost of it, you could get like a Sony, you know, A7 or not A7. What was that? I can't remember. One of the you can get a Sony camera for a lot cheaper. But yeah, you can control them quite well via like like the switchers and stuff like that. And I have a Blackmagic switcher. It's somewhere. I think it's out in the case, out in the garage. Everything is from my weekend is still out in the garage, packed up, and I haven't done anything with it. It's just packed up and sitting out there. That is true. It is very true. But yeah, I have had some issues with low light and the 6Ks. They do make what I think they call the 6K Pro, like Pro. That's got like the NDI filter. That's got NDI. It's got ND filters in it. NDI is a different protocol, but it's got ND filters in it, and it's got a bunch of other stuff that that regular 6K doesn't have, and that one's better. That's interesting. I unless you might have the 6K, what they call the 6K Pro, which is a little bit different than the original 6K camera, but I have had issues with the low lights in them. So it also could be the type of lens you're using might just get a little more light than the lenses we were using. It is. That's why there's so many different cameras out there. Everybody's got a different workflow and a different thing. And I have used the 6Ks, and they're fine. And I've used the Ursas. They do have good footage, and they are a good camera. There's nothing really wrong with them. It's just my experience in low light hasn't been great with them, where this Canon has done great. But this is also a cinema camera, so makes a little bit, you know, because I do like about, the one thing I don't like about my Canon is if I'm using it outdoors, it can tend, like I was using it outdoors in the sun, and it can tend to overheat. So, but other than that, it works great. So, Azzy, I'm doing well. How are you? Hope you're all doing well. If anybody is new and hasn't hit that like and subscribe button, I recommend you do so. You can watch our other videos, other content. You hit the bell, you'll get updates on stuff that we're doing, or you know, when we post stuff, you'll see it. So be on the lookout for more videos that we're gonna do. So you got the Ronkin lenses, which the Cine lenses, which are great lenses. What were we using? Shoot, the lenses we were using, I'm not sure what they were. They weren't Rockinon. Rockinons are nice lenses. What were they? Zeiss? No, they weren't Zeiss. No, were they Zeiss? I can't remember, but they're big, massive lenses, and they weren't great. Interesting. I haven't used that with Canon. I do like my Canon. I love it a lot. It's funny thing is like this Canon is the same price as the Blackmagic, and I feel like I got the same options as it does, except for I don't have the mic inputs like it does. It has adapter. You can do XLR mic inputs on the on the Blackmagics on the 6Ks, but I still have HDMI out. I still have USB-C. I have a headphone jack. I have a mic input, which is what this top mic's plugged into. I've got a little remote thing that I never use. But yeah, then I've got different fixtures. One thing I do like about the Canon that I don't like about the the Pocket 6Ks as much as this has a film, like a video mode and a regular like picture mode, and there is a picture mode in the Pocket 6Ks. They do have a picture mode, but I just don't feel like it's as intuitive as this. But yeah, we had Zeiss, I think, on a couple of those. We had a couple of primes, and those ones I think did okay, but they were prime lenses and they were big. They were huge. I'm not quite sure about the Magic Lantern. I have to look that up. I might know what it is once I see it, but I'll have to look that up. So, hi SK170. You've got a weird name. I can't pronounce it. Yeah, I'm just calling you SK170. You're just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, that's kind of what that's all about. So I need to eventually come in here and set my drum mics back up. But I also need to sit and really go lie down. Just go lie down. I need to sit down and really think about. Go lie down, Dish. Go lie down. You're the only dog out. Go lie down. I need to think about how I want to do my drum mics. So, and how I want to do everything. Right now I have it to where stuff gets bussed to 8 channels. I have 32 channels of input and 8 channels of output. So that I would agree. I was super excited to see that feature when it came out. It's great. That's a really good, because I've had footage sent to me that were like, hey, I have a buddy who's a cinematographer, and he was like, hey, I need help editing this. I just don't have time. I was like, cool. I'll edit it for you, or I'll color correct it for you, so you can edit it quickly. And I color correct it because he uses DaVinci as well. And I color corrected it and send him back stuff. But it was great. He was using like his main camera was an Ari, something I can't remember the name of it. This was like maybe a month or two back. He had an Ari camera, a Sony camera, or maybe it was an Ari and 2 Canons. I can't remember. He had like 3 different cameras that he was rolling around with. And his iPhone. And he had his iPhone because he was rolling with his iPhone as a like potential backup, like in case something really went wrong. Like all 3 cameras failed, he still had footage. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like the Blackmagic photo side isn't as great as the Canon side. So you can pick the. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. I will have to check that out. I'm not quite sure if I'm familiar with it, but I'll have to check it out. But yeah, with DaVinci, the color space stuff, we were able to use iPhone footage and Canon footage and all these different ones and really make it fit. Can you just stop whining? There's no reason for it. Go lie down. Go lie down, Dish. Lie down. It's like I don't want to lie down. I'll have to try that out. I'll have to play with Magic Lantern and see what I can get out of it. But like my Canon does so many different things that the Blackmagic just didn't do that I wanted, because I wanted to be able to go take photos, because I have done a few photo shoots with it where we're like, we need to take a bunch of photos. I'm like, cool, we'll use the Canon. Or I need to do video, or we do a shoot where we need to do both, and I can still do both. So it's great. It's a great camera, it really is. And it's roughly the same price. I think it's a little cheap. Like when I bought it, it was when it came out, and it's come down in price quite a bit. I think right now they run about, when I bought it, it was about $2,200, and I think right now they're running about $18. So, but you get a lens and you get the camera, you get everything to kind of go. You get a 24 to 50, millimeter lens. So it's not a great lens for doing like long distance stuff, but it still works really well. It's got the autofocus works really well on it. It may not be as, the autofocus may not be as great. It's better than the autofocus on the 6Ks. Their autofocus is terrible. And I say that greatly because the autofocus on this beats that one, in my opinion. You might have varying results, but the autofocus I tried on the last time I was using autofocus on the Blackmagic cameras, it would autofocus, but it was a little slow. It wasn't quite instantaneous or as quick. It's not, now the Canon's not as quick as some of the other cameras that are out there, but it's still better than the autofocus on Blackmagic stuff. So, oh, that's cool. I will have all at a